A gallery walk was the final activity conducted under the Social and Economic Labs, which brought together over 150 participants from the public and private sectors and civil society organizations to plan the medium-term development strategy for St. Lucia. The gallery walk took the form of presentations from individuals representing 6 key result areas, that of education, health, infrastructure, crime, agriculture and tourism. Honorable Guide Joseph was very encouraged with the level of engagement during the entire process.
I cannot recall the last time we would have seen that level of engagement with so many persons, both in the private and public sector in St. Lucia, engaging in a plan for the development and advancement of St. Lucia.
Joseph said, though the gallery walk was intended to give government ministers and participants an overall picture of the work done in the key result areas, he was more concerned with the output.
Now, these are good plans on paper. The issue is, what do we do with these good plans that we have on paper? We would be measured as we go along, and we would go into phase 2 of this whole process. The output of the labs will assist the government of St. Lucia in developing this medium-term development strategy.
Prime Minister Honorable Alan Shastney weighed in on most of the presentations during the gallery walk. He too was encouraged by some of the out-of-the-box thinking.
The purpose of this process is a couple of things. One is to get a buy-in in terms of what is the overall goals of our government in terms of being able to achieve. And then bringing in all the people who participate in delivering that good. And then having a further constraint on top of it, which you hear me say all the time, where's the money going to come from? Right? I genuinely believe that what I saw over the last couple of weeks is a greater appreciation of the need to be able to prioritize. Unfortunately, we have found ourselves in a dilemma where we're so far behind on so many things, whether it be infrastructure, education, health, justice, tourism, agriculture, and the list goes on. But the fact is, there absolutely is not enough resources to do everything that we want to be able to do. And so what it requires innovation. It requires that overly used term, out-of-the-box thinking.
Meanwhile, Director of Economics at the Caribbean Development Bank, Dr. Justin Ram, was impressed that the discussions did not focus simply on economic growth, but sustainable, inclusive growth.
In a very short space of time, the people of St. Lucia have come up with some key development plans that will transform St. Lucia from where it is currently, with a fairly high level of unemployment rate. But if we were to implement these plans that we saw today, the unemployment rate would come down to a very respectable level.
Dr. Ram added that the Caribbean Development Bank stands ready to assist the people and government of St. Lucia in implementing these development plans going forward. The gallery walk took place on the 5th floor of the Finance Administrative Center in Point Seraphin on Friday, 14 December 2018. For the National Competitiveness and Productivity Unit, Glenn Simon reporting.